Yo, what's good, guys? Crazy day in the markets today. As you all saw, we dropped 20 points. Yeah, historical day today. Um, yeah, we're just gonna go through the charts. Again, we're back in a tricky spot. Um, yeah, watch the whole video so you have an idea for what's coming. Um, yeah, just be ready. A lot of stuff to go over. I have a list of stuff we're gonna look at today. We're gonna take a look at these gaps that or a gap that we made this morning. The 10-year yield, um, how the 430 flip level for the gamma filled, inverse head and shoulders, possible one on SPY, then a double bottom on the Nasdaq, which can signal a big reversal for the general market. So yeah, let's hop into the charts and take a look at what we see today. Yeah, this was a nasty sell-off. I personally did not expect a 20-point sell-off, but I did expect to pull back. In my last video, I closed my positions right before close, because I expected a pullback. I also expected a gap down, but yeah, I didn't think we would drop $20. There's a couple things we're gonna look at about that. That X wave I've been stressing. I said the X wave might be finished. So we're gonna take a look at that right now, actually. So right here, this could have been your X wave. You have your ABC up to correct this wave here. And it's a tricky spot, like I've been saying. We made a higher high, which is something we held pretty well at 410, and got back above that 412 level. So yesterday was a short squeeze. That's just something you want to know. Yesterday was a short squeeze. Just kind of sell the rumor, buy the news sort of thing. But yeah, that's what happened yesterday. And then I expected that pullback today, and instead we came all the way back down to test these lows here. So this was pretty interesting because I was looking at, I was looking for us to gap down and then maybe move right back up, fill the gap, and even go higher. But what happened was we attempted to, but we got rejected right at the bottom of that gap fill. And that's when we started moving lower, and SPY just started falling through supports like, just slicing through supports like butter. These were some trend lines I was looking at. I had this right here. I had this to here. We failed that, and then I was looking at maybe this, and then that failed, and then I started looking at these descending supports. This failed temporarily though. I was looking at this support, that one held. Yeah, it just kept falling through supports. You can see how many it fell through. So yeah, that was very interesting to watch, just a relentless sell-off. But we did not, we didn't make that lower low. So there's a chance what we have here is an inverse head and shoulders forming. So let me unclutter this. There is a possible, there's a chance that we are forming a head and shoulders. You have a shoulder here, inverse head and shoulders, sorry. Inverse head and shoulders. You have your shoulder here, your head here, and your shoulder there. And then, once you break these upper levels around here, you break that, you go high, presumably to that 438 level. So, this is a tricky spot, I'm telling you. It's hard to say which way we're going to go. There's a chance we keep selling off, we go sub 400, because yesterday I mentioned that there's a chance we were done with the ABC here. I believe I mapped that out. You have this. It looks correct, or like it looks, these lines look symmetrical. And if you zoom in and you put down the fibs, you have this. You went above and then you just gapped through it. So that was kind of a level that got hit. And, maybe that's your X wave right there, but it's pretty interesting because, you have a higher high here. I believe you have a hammer candle now. So not a hammer candle, but you just have this, you had an instant reaction off this 410 level. You can clearly see. And we closed back above that 412 level, which I was watching a few days prior. So, I think there's a good chance we are forming a bottom around here, which I can't say for certain because this looks like it could be the X wave, but I'm doing my best to not have a bias here. It's just very tricky. You have bearish signals, you have bullish signals, you have possibilities in both directions. So the main things I'm watching right now, well, for starters, this gap at 428. There's a lot of room to move up, and I would think you'd likely be testing that 430 level. There's that flip switch there. If you go above it, all of the energy kind of turns bullish in the options chain, and the sentiment, extreme bear sentiment right now. There's a lot of just that bearish sentiment, and you have these extreme levels of fear, mainly from retail. And back when we were up here, everyone was extremely bullish, thinking the crash was over. I did not think it was over. I was thinking, we'd top out at 464 and fill the gap. We didn't completely fill it, but it's interesting around here. So you have that gap you want to be watching. 438, I think it's still in the picture. Tough to say. We might be forming a bottom around here. You have this lower low. You made that lower low here. You pulled it back up above these solid levels that we've really been respecting for the past few months. But, we're getting to that point where we're just about to fall through them. So, I'm still, kind of aiming for a bigger move down. But I'm trying to figure out if we are done having that counter trend move. Which, I was looking for that big move that happened on foam C. I was really stressing how that would probably happen, and then cool off. We cooled off a lot, not as much that is not what I expected, but you found these bottoms made a higher low, so there's a chance we have been making a bottom around here, and this could be a bear trap. So I think the odds are in my favor if I'm leaning to this being a bear trap, because if we fail here, that means the X wave is done. And yesterday, I charted this out. If this was our top, we could be heading. It's gonna get rough. You're heading down under 400, but I don't know if we're ready to do that. So, I want to show you the Nasdaq, how we had this double bottom here, which I thought was pretty interesting. So here you just kind of have a channel here. You have that gap up here, so there's a chance the Nasdaq moves back up to 13,500. But if it doesn't, it's just gonna take out this low. Although we have already made that new low. Did we do that on SPY? Yes, we did do that on SPY. That already did happen, but we could be trying to form a bottom here, have a strong move up, and then you have that final massive wave down under 400, which I think that's what I'm really looking for. So that's for the Nasdaq. Looked at that gap fill rejection, that 430 flip level that failed, the inverse head and shoulders, and we're going to take a look at the 10-year yield. So this is getting pretty scary. I've been watching this for a few weeks. I've had in a couple of my videos where I've been talking about how we don't want to get above that 3%. And currently we are above 3%. So that's a little nerve-wracking because I talked about the correlation, with the bond yields and equity markets. When you're in an inflationary environment, the correlation with bond yields and equity markets becomes inverse. So when bond yields move up, like it is right now, equity markets, like all these stocks, they start to move down, or they do move down. Yeah, that's just kind of the general picture of that correlation with bond yields and equity markets. So we don't want this to stay above this area for very long, because especially if we break this line, that's really the last line there is. If we break that, it's I don't know, recession, summer recession. Yeah, that's getting a little scary. It already has been pretty scary, but you have probably a food crisis coming in as we head into the summer. The housing market's just going crazy. Everything's going up and not stopping. You have just there's so many factors here that can send the market into a recession. So it's a big battle, especially for the Fed. I don't really know what they're doing. I don't know. I don't have much to say about the Fed. Just they could have started this process sooner. They started it pretty late, so I don't know. Maybe they can save us, but who knows? I guess just cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. So there's one last trend line I want to show. We're going to zoom in. Where was that trend line? I believe it was this one. Yeah, here it is. So this was pretty interesting. We bounced off of this. I guess it's just the shorter time frames that show that we worked through it, but we closed above it. So I'm not sure what to think about that. I believe it's easier to see on here. I'm just gonna look at it on here. So yeah, you have this. You tested it yesterday on foam, so you bounced off of it, and then you came all the way back. I did not expect that we would come down this far, but we came all the way back down. You tested this level here, that 410 level, and you bounced. So, you know, there's this solid level. You have a strong 410 level, and then this trend line. So, you have these diversions, bullish divergences on the short term. You know, you have the MACD moving up here, while this was going down, and now we finally started turning up. It's a tricky area, but I think the odds are in your favor if you are leaning towards this being a bear trap. So it's really hard for me to say here, just because, you know, it was looking bullish yesterday. I was looking for a pullback, make a higher low, and even continue higher and fill the gap right away. But, you know, you got rejected right at the bottom of that gap. We just couldn't fill it. We touched it and we just went straight down. So tomorrow I'm gonna be looking for a move back up. I'm still looking at that 430 level, that gap fill. You know, if you break that big area of resistance right here, maybe you move up to 438. And at 438, I'll probably, if we get there, I will probably start heavily averaging into a short position, aiming for sub 400. So, yeah, those are the main points I wanted to go over today. I guess tomorrow will tell what happens. You have conflicting signals. I guess we'll just see where this goes tomorrow, but there's a chance we just go into free fall and that was our X wave, which I would rather not that be the case. But I'm looking for a move back up to fill this gap, because I think it has to fill this gap, maybe this gap too, before it goes sub 400 and finally finishes that big move that I've been waiting for several months now. So that's gonna be it for this video. Again, I'll be putting the Discord in the description or in the comments. I really recommend joining the Discord. Make some money. A lot of bright minds in there, so yeah, join that Discord, check it out. This is just the beginning. There's a lot of growth ahead of us, so that's gonna be it for this video. Peace out, guys.